Hey there, beautiful souls. Welcome to the very first episode of the Completely Mind Blown by God podcast. And I know you guys were expecting an episode on Friday. The situation was beyond my control, and I do apologize for the inconvenience caused. I got up early that morning, to double check, that everything is okay, everything was perfect and ready to launch. And when I opened the project that morning, like more than half of the project was loading. I was like, what is really going on? And I contacted customer care because it wasn't playing. I couldn't edit any of those files that were loading. And they don't know what happened, and they could not recover the files. So I'm here doing another episode, redoing that episode. And I know you're probably wondering, then why didn't you download it or back up the files or anything? And I did. The thing was, when I went to get the backup file that I downloaded, it was 10 minutes long. So the files that were being unresponsive in the original project was not present in the backup file. So yeah, life happens, but we keep the ball rolling. I'm not going to let that stop me. So I'm just going to get on with the show. Are you guys ready? What am I asking? I know you guys are ready. So today I'm going to be launching a very special series called, drumroll please, Campus Chronicles. That's right. I'm going to be sharing the stories of my college journey. And let me tell you this. It was a journey. It was a journey. Oh my God. That battle was intense. Let me tell you, that battle was not for the weak, okay? It was not for the weak. I felt like God put me on the front line of a battle. Seriously. I was literally warring for my life, okay? Through college. And you know what's funny? When I got up Friday morning and saw that everything was just getting out of control, I felt like I was in school again. I was like, oh no, oh no. Like when you're in school and you get this graded project, this graded assignment, and you're doing well, you put in your all and you put in all the effort, and you're just working so hard on this project, right? And then when it comes around the time for you to deliver, everything just starts to go around. That's how I felt. That's how I felt Friday morning. I was just so annoyed. I was just so annoyed because nothing was working and they couldn't tell me what the problem was. I don't know. I can't explain. I don't know what happened. But that's that. And I'm excited to share these stories with you because I believe that these stories can greatly impact your life. Let me tell you that God is amazing. Oh my God. When I tell you that God is amazing, oh my God. God is good, okay? And I'm just going to go ahead and applaud him right now. This one is for you, God. Yep. Yes, God, big up yourself because you did this. That was not me. I couldn't have done this without you. So first, I'm going to have to big up you, Jesus. You may I big up. So I am grateful for that experience. And my hope is that these stories will actually bring you comfort, strengthen your faith, remind you that even in the darkest moments, God is busy orchestrating something beautiful just for you. And who knows, your miracle might just be a story away. So let's not take up any more time and let's dive right in. But before we dive in, I'm just going to put out a disclaimer, okay? Because I don't want anybody to come and say, oh, Naomi did it. I never me tell you if I go do it. It's not me. It's not me tell you for go do it. You understand? And don't get me wrong, the reason why I'm doing this podcast is to build up your faith and to empower you and to encourage you that God is real. But I also want you to understand that you have to have revelation. You understand? This whole faith thing only works if you put the action, one, but it has to align with the blueprint and the plan that God has for your life. Because if you try to do something that God did not tell you to do, right? You go down a path where God never sent you. You think that's gonna work? So that is my point. That is my point. And I can't stress that point enough. Okay? I don't want anybody to say that Naomi did it, so I did it, and I thought it would work, and it just blew up in my face, and then all of a sudden, when I text me and say, not me. It's not me. So I want you guys to exercise your faith, but make sure it's from a place of revelation. We all have unique journeys that lead us down different paths. And as a result, we end up in different destinations. So it's important to remember that the way God grants my breakthrough may not look the same as how He will grant yours. So that is my point. So I want you guys to get to know me a little bit. For you to fully understand the stories that I'm going to share, you need to know a little background story about me. So you already know that I'm your host, Naomi. Yay! And I am also an aspiring gospel artist. I am a worship leader and an entrepreneur. And the latest news, other than the fact that I just launched this podcast, yeah, I graduated from college, class of 2023, and I'm so proud. I'm so happy because I was gonna quit. But, God know what He was doing. And what makes this such a big milestone for me is the fact that I'm the first in my family to go to college because my family could not afford college. So a matter of fact, when I was in high school, my parents could hardly afford to send me to school. And I really didn't think, or I really didn't know, actually, if I was going to end up going to college. I prayed for it and I hoped for it. But you know what? God, as I said, God outdid Himself. He had a plan. And singing has always been my passion from I was a little girl, From me I am a knee, yeah. But I never really do anything with it, honestly. And I kept my talent within the four walls of my home. And I would sing in my bathroom. I would sing on top of my roof. And the funny thing is that I always share this story with persons, and they always find me very silly because, I had this semicircle veranda, right? With a semicircle. And when I went on top of the roof, there was this steel, coming out from the roof that resembled a mic stand. And that was my mic, I sang on that mic stand because you can't tell me that was not my microphone. That was my microphone. And when me did live, that was my microphone. And when me did live a bush. So you see how when it breezy and the trees them a dance, and my audience that them a cheer me on. That was me. That was me. That was my big audience. So yeah, me keep my talents within the four walls of my home. I wasn't active in school. I wasn't active in any choirs, or I wasn't active in church in any performing arts activity. Yeah, I joined performing arts in high school, but only for, they said you needed to be a club to graduate. So, I joined a club. And that was that club was interesting. I just wasn't active. I think I participated in one in one show. And it was great. I'm not going to lie. That was a great show. I enjoyed myself, but I didn't do it again. And the reason why I kept my talents to myself was because of the friends I kept. I had this friend that when I came out to her and told her that I wanted to pursue a career in singing, she was like, you can't sing. So give up that dream. Nobody now gonna listen to you. And I took those words to heart. So I kept to myself. I was embarrassed to sing in front of persons. I was afraid of people actually because I was basically afraid of people because I was afraid of what they would think of me as a person on a whole. So I struggled, I battled some low self-esteem as a teenager. And that was my reason for not, using up my talent, my God-given gift. But fast forward to when I became a Christian, I just started going to my church and I got baptized. And my church, them fancy and go on with themselves, because when you become a Christian, you have to do membership class. It's a whole process. Yes, a whole process. My church bougie like that. A whole process. And this process was basically to learn about the church, what they believe in, and to help you build you up as a new Christian, right? So they had their reasons for it. Good reasons, And after you have gone through those classes, you would have like a graduation ceremony. So you would perform, like graduation, you go up and you sing and everybody cheer you on and yeah. So it was my group's time, and I was using the bathroom one night when I came to rehearsal because they were rehearsing a song. And I'm there in the bathroom and I'm singing to myself and having a grand time. And one of my fellow teammates, groupmates, right, came in and heard me singing and they were like, Naomi, is that you? And I'm like, oh no, somebody heard me singing. And I came out because I couldn't stay in the bathroom forever, So I came out and I said, yes, me, yeah. And they're like, oh my gosh, you have such a beautiful voice and why don't you use your talent? Why are you keeping your talent to yourself? And I'm like, no reason. No reason. And you know what she did? After that encounter in the bathroom, she went outside and told the group, oh, Naomi has such a beautiful voice. The whole graduation ceremony said to me, I said, okay, that's good because you're going to be leading. And I'm like, why God? Why? What have I done to deserve this? I'm a little bit dramatic. I bet you can already tell. I'm a little bit dramatic. But, that was how I was in my mind. The good thing was they assigned somebody else to sing with me. That person is like a brother to me. Yeah. He helped me during that time, He was a little rough on me, but the roughness helped me to be not so feely and insecure. Well, I would say less insecure because, it was the beginning. It was the beginning of my transformation, basically. So I'm grateful for that. And they said both of us were going to lead. And I was hoping, that he would take most of the lead. But that didn't happen. I end up singing the first verse, he sang the second. And after we graduated, it's all done and over. I was like, yay, back to my regular life. Yeah, but the thing is that persons were there in the audience, Persons heard me singing. So after that, persons just kept coming to me and say, you have a beautiful voice. I want you to do a collab with me. And I would tell them no. I would say, no, get somebody else to do it. And I was like, no, right? And but person just kept coming and kept coming, and I was like, why all of them people here are come like literally I don't sing. Like the one time I sing, everybody want me sing pan them single. Like that's just crazy, right? Fast forward to 2018 now, when Katia came. Now Katia, she tricked me, She tricked me. Because when Katia came now, she texts me and say, you can write a chorus for me. Like the engineer said something missing, so I want you to write a chorus for me. I'ma say, cool, no problem. Right? I'ma write the chorus for her. And I'ma give it to her, and everything was going good until she called me and say, so we're meeting up at this studio at this time. Meet me here. So me I say, me confused now. Come here, I say, what you talking about, girl? What are you talking about? What are you trying to say? And she's like, then who do you think I go sing the chorus? I say, you are you my right fan of my song? So she say, sister, DJ, me can't sing, I don't have a singing voice. I say, then get somebody else to do it. Yeah, I'm a special one. I'm a very special one. I can, yeah. So, I end up going to studio now. Cause, yeah, I end up going to studio. And I really I enjoyed myself. Like, I had a great time, okay? While recording, I felt, I don't know, I just come alive. It just did feel right. I had so much fun. Like, the experience was so amazing. And I'm like, what if I actually, pursue my dream of becoming a singer, But anyways, I didn't give that experience any more thought, because after I was done in the studio, I was like, yes, back to my regular life, you know? And should I launch a song, right? And she launched a song and everything. And I'm like, okay, me don't know my job done, cause song release. So I can go back to my regular life, right? Say, my girl come back to me and say, where she go say? She said, Naomi, we got a radio interview. I say, eh? What you just say out of your mouth? And she never done this, She proceeded to say, and somebody reached out to me that they can give us the opportunity to perform at Smile Jamaica. I say, I must draw this. I say, how are you? Cause I know me, I know me. I tell her, I say, I wish I know me. But anyways, me end up go the radio interview. I tell you, say it was horrible. What me to say horrible? Like the way your nerves rattle me in there. Let's say, I saw my son, and my name is Naomi, and I went to this high school, and the worst thing them do too, is ask me for go sing. Jesus, I will tell them for go ask me. But I don't think my mom want me sing, but I know say it was terrible. I don't know, my throat dry. Me I sweat. Me say pressure. Me say the pressure. But the good thing was that I didn't perform at Smile Jamaica. I don't know who was she. I don't even know who is this person, but I want single, how we reach a Smile Jamaica. Like, yeah, what? How we reach a Smile Jamaica already. Right? Come and say, me never dare go with you. Me never go, especially after that interview there. Nope. Me never dare go. You wanna get me for God? No. Okay. But after all that was said and done, right? I decided to, have a little quiet time and sit down to myself and really think about those series of events, because them never normal. Like, first, my group mates found me in the bathroom singing, and then all of a sudden, a whole heap of people who don't know me. Like, you don't really know me. Nobody don't know me. Yeah, come ask me to do collab. Right? With you. But it was just crazy. And then I guess God know me, you know. So him trick me. Cause Katia tricked me, you know. Katia, she tricked me. So God know what to do. God know what to do. Him say, all right, you're not here, watch this, boom. So I thought about it and realized that it was God the whole time, cause based on how those events happen, you can't tell me say I'm a God. Plus, persons and ministers at the time were confirming that, hey, this is what you're supposed to be doing. Go to school, go study, you know? And I decided to be obedient. Come here and say, well, like, why would I really fight it? Like, after all of that, why would I really fight same way? Like, I just say, okay, God, I eat this, all right? Me go do it. Fine. Yes. So, me go do it. I don't know how it gonna happen because I literally can't speak or sing in a public, but you know, you said you want me to do this, so let's do it. So you're gonna work it out in your plan this, right? So I decided to apply for music school. And as I told you before, financially, my family did not have it. So I had to find some other way to source the funds. So I applied for scholarships, right? And let me tell you this. You see, faith, you can't have faith without action. So even though God say you have to do it, you have to, you know, still do your part. My family didn't have the money, but I still did my part, you know, in trying to get the money, because God not gonna drop the money from the sky. Him not gonna drop the money from the sky, though. Like, or you expect to get the money, like you expect God for just say, hey there, Naomi, here is your school fee. Take it and go. Yeah. No, and I say it word, and a magic. You understand? And a magic. So yeah, I went out and I applied for scholarships, and I got through with the application for college. I got accepted, and around the time I got accepted, I did not hear back from any of the scholarships, honestly. But me say that not gonna faze me. So I decided that I was going to go to school, right? I did orientation, and then the first day of school came around. And on the first day of school, I'm in the hall where they kept the general meeting, because they were having a general meeting. And I didn't know what I was going to do, you know, because hear this, because me going to school, right? I'm going to school, and I don't know who my teachers are. I don't know where my classes are supposed to be keeping. I literally had no idea, no information. All I know that I was there, and I never paid no money to. So, of course, I wasn't going to get those information. But just show up and say, may I go to school, right? I already told you guys that I struggled with low self-esteem, and I struggled with talking to persons and stuff like that. So I knew I had to do something, because God alone could have helped me in that situation. So I whispered a prayer to God and said, God, please let the first person I approach be a student that is studying the exact same thing that I am studying, and be a person in the same year that I am in. Or else me I go my yard. You know? Me I go get up and go back on my yard, because this not gonna make no sense. Like, oh, you tell me to come to school, right? And I don't have no money. The scholarship, they reach out to me, right? And but come to school, I'm going to have a schedule, right? So after I prayed now and the general assembly was over, I went outside and there was just only this girl alone. Only one girl alone in the space that we were standing. Me and she alone, right? Somebody decided, say, okay, may I go to her? And I said, hi, how are you? What are you studying? And she's like, music. I'm a voice student and I'm a new student. And I'm like, what? God, is that you? Like, because God knows I'm really serious. But I got left, I was going to go. But God answered like that. That was big for me. And that was confirmation that I was on the right path. That was a sign that said that, yeah, God fully approved this journey. Because what are the chances of me? It's a general assembly, all the different year groups are present. And there's this one girl. I went outside and there was this one girl. Who could it be but God? Tell me, who could it be but God, right? So I say, yes, girl, let's go. We have class. What time? Our first class? And she said, we have class right now. I say, okay, I'm coming with you because I don't get my schedule as yet. And I went to class, and I've been going to class for like 2.5 months without paying any school fee, right? Yeah. I was going to class because I said, God is going to provide. He told me to come to school. It's not my idea. It was not my idea, right? And every single day, the teachers would threaten the students to take them out of classes, because they didn't pay any money or they haven't finished payment. But that never fazed me. I was totally unfazed. I don't know if them go up and go have a conversation about me, but music office called me and told me that I can't go to my voice classes anymore. And that was just so funny to me because imagine me come to school for go learn how to sing and them ban me from my voice class. Like, that was just so funny. Like, the irony, right? And them never banned me from my other classes, just my voice class. I had the freedom to go to those classes, but my voice class was off limits. I didn't go to voice class for like a whole month because they said that I have to pay tuition. I have to pay my tuition, at least make some form of payment, right? But the good thing about this is that around that same time when they called me out, right, one of the scholarship providers reached out to me and said, we have accepted you. You have been granted this scholarship, but you can't receive the money from the scholarship until the end of November, right? Yeah. All the way in November. So I couldn't get the money. So I tried to explain that to the school, but they suggested that I get a commitment letter that will guarantee the funds, right? So I could continue doing my voice classes. But the scholarship provider did not. The scholarship provider don't do commitment letters. So I was left in a difficult situation. I didn't know what to do. Come here and say, God, where really I do? Right? They called me out and I can't get to do my voice class because I owe money, and then I get this call that I'm getting the money, but it's all the way to November. Like, what am I supposed to do in the meantime? I'm missing a whole month of voice training. And my voice teacher got concerned and she came to me during that time, right? And she's like, Naomi, what are you going to do? You haven't made no payment. And she was so worried because she believed that teacher believed in me. She believed in me. Oh my God, she was such a big support in my journey. She has helped me so much. And big up my vice teacher, big up my vice teacher. Yeah, I big her up right there, so because she was a big supporter And she was saying that, what are you gonna do? Me attack with my chest now, because me I say, my God never failed me yet. We attack, but my God I gonna come true for me, because my God, that's, yeah, he's fearful, he's just, I may attack, I may go in, I may say, he has never left me nor forsaken me, and God is a God, he never lies. And me go in with scriptures, like, when I tell you that I made a big impression on my voice teacher, like for years, she's been reminding me of that moment. Years. Like, that moment was big for her. Like, she just kept reminding me during the points when I felt so low and I felt defeated, and I felt like, okay, I think this is the time for me to just quit because probably God is not here. She would say, Naomi, I can't forget the time when I came to you and you were just talking how much God is good and God is faithful. Don't forget that, Naomi. Don't forget that. And she's there like, oh my God. That moment, I don't know. I left a lasting impression on her because she just kept reminding me over the years. I will never forget. And I just want to say that I just want to encourage you right now that if you're going through a difficult situation, trust God. He never fails. He is faithful and he loves you dearly. Let me tell you, he will go above and beyond for you. He is faithful. And I know you're wondering, okay, I know some of you may be wondering then, okay, so if he's faithful, then why the whole drama? Why not just give me what I want? But why would you want an easy way out though? Why would you want the easy way out? Why would you want God to just give you everything? Everything happens for a reason, and there's a reason and a purpose behind every challenge and every season of pain or trials or tribulation. There's a reason behind all of it, because when I look back on those days, I have grown so much, and if it wasn't for the testing, I wouldn't have been the person I am today. You understand? Yes, I'm not gonna say I enjoy pain and tribulations. Okay, I'm not saying that, because if I had the chance to do it all again, I would say probably not. But it was after I had stood my ground that I realized that, oh, this is what God was trying to do the whole time. After I decided to be relentless and stand my ground and not be shaken by all the problems and all that I was experiencing, that is when God performed the most mind-blowing set of miracles because of my faithfulness and my willingness not to quit. That is when I encountered some of the best miracles. Not some, sorry, that word is a mistake. The best miracles I've ever experienced in my life. Don't be discouraged. He's going to bring you through. Sometimes I know it may feel like he's not present, but I'm telling you, he's there. He is there every step of the way. And it's just for you to open your eyes and witness it. Because the thing with us, right? We generally see miracles as this big thing only. And that is not. Miracles don't come in just the big things. It happens in the little things too. Right? Like, what about that meal that he put on your table and you had your last cash? That's a miracle. He sustained you. He sustained you in your dry season. So it may not feel like he's there, but he's there if you would just pay attention to the little details. You will see the presence of God. And that is one of the things I learned during my journey, because there were moments when I was complaining and saying that, God, what are you doing? Like, you're supposed to be here. Like, this was your idea. And he would just say, look, I am still working. You're still able to go to classes even though you haven't paid a penny towards your tuition. I made a way on the first day of school. You may have this big problem on your head, but hey, how many persons do you know starts a college without paying $1, right? Who's been going to classes for like almost 3 months without paying $1? Have you ever heard something like that? God is amazing. He is good. And he is present in your situation right now. It's just for you to open your eyes and to see the little things and say, thank you, Lord. He is present. He is ever present. He is there. So I just want to encourage you, never give up. As long as you know that the path that you're treading on is God's will for your life, then don't give up. Don't give in. God is faithful and he's gonna make a way. He's gonna make a way. And if you stick to that path that he has called you to, trust me, it's the miracles that you're gonna reap. Mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. I am a testimony of that. So I'm gonna leave you here on this cliffhanger and have you wondering what happened next. What do you think happened? Will the scholarship funds arrive in time to reinstate my voice classes? Or was there another unexpected twist in this roller coaster ride of faith? What happened next? All right, my beautiful souls, it's time to say goodbye for now. But before you head off, I want to extend a big thank you for sticking around with me until the end. And as a token of appreciation, I've put together a special self-reflection activity just for you. Click the link in the description to dive into some soul-searching goodness. And hey, if you're curious about my personal insights and reflections on today's topic, swing by my website where I've shared some exclusive thoughts in the show notes. Don't forget, you can always stay in the loop by subscribing to the podcast and spreading the love by sharing this episode with your friends and family. Until next time, love you guys.